Yeah, Lubo, I still hear that buzzing sound.
Mikey, I think that's on
Is
your.
that like something staticky?
You know what I think that is, Mike? That's probably the feedback.
Do you hear it now?
Do you?
Now it's good, but it comes and goes. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Let's try it now. Okay, Mikey. Here we go. Sunset has talent. No, I put it on a little while ago.
Oh, my bad.
That's cool. Mikey, take it away. It's all yours, Papa.
you hear me, Lou?
I hear you loud and clear.
You're right there.
Oh, okay. So you guys, I'm getting the feedback from you guys.
All right, so try not to hear the feedback and focus on just you're the first contestant of Sunset Has Talent.
I can't hear you. I know you're talking, Chris, but I can't understand you.
All right.
It's a buzzing sound.
Okay. I got you, Mikey. What I'm gonna do, Mikey, is I'm gonna move my phone away, and whenever you're ready to start, just start.
Yeah, it's a very loud buzzing sound. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you guys.
No, Mike, you're coming in loud and clear, Mike. You're good. On our end, you're good. So whenever you want to begin, just begin.
There, right there.
Start singing.
Go ahead, Papa. Start. It's all you. Okay. Yeah, this is your segment. Mikey, whenever you're ready, Papa. Here we go.
What's up, Lou?
Go ahead, Papa. You can start.
Alright, so what do you guys want me to do? What are we doing, Lou?
I want you to sing. Papa, give us something. Mikey.
Yo, I cannot hear you guys.
Yo, sing, Mike, sing! Sing!
Mikey, sing, please, sing. We're dying over here, sing.
Yo, you know what? Text him to sing. Sing, motherfucker. Sing! Mike, sing! Start singing!
Hey, Mikey. Oye, Gordo, canta, por favor. Yo, he's probably at the drive-thru.
Yo, how do you want me to say if I hear this buzzing sound? I'm in my car right now through the Bluetooth speaker.
No, Mike, don't take. That's the problem. Take the Bluetooth off and just.
You asking me to sing over this noise? Like I can't even hear this shit.
No, Mike, that's the problem. You're on Bluetooth.
Hey,
Just take the Bluetooth off and talk into your phone. Sing into your phone. Because we got two Bluetooths going on at the same time.
No, I cannot hear you. Honestly to God, I can't hear a word you say. I hear you speaking, but I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, Mike, I'm going to call you right back. I'm going to call you right back.
Hold on. Give me that.
There we go, yeah.
Talk to him.
What about now, Mike? Is it better? No, because you were on Bluetooth, Papa. You just had to sing regular.
So what you're gonna tell him is start singing, and we're gonna put you on.
No. So Mike, this is what you're gonna do. Go off Bluetooth. Go on your regular phone. I'm gonna have to go back on Bluetooth because I want your voice to be nice and loud. Okay. There you go. All right. All right.
And just tell him to start whenever he's ready.
And Mikey, start whenever you're ready. But mind you, we're live. We're live right now. But Papa,
No pressure.
the way I sold it, these people are waiting to hear your beautiful voice. So I'm gonna put you back on Bluetooth. Take yourself off Bluetooth, okay? No, I can't hang up. I want to hear you. Yeah,
Start.
take it off now when I hang it up.
Just Mike. Next time you talk, just start.
This is Chris's segment.
Hey, shit.
Mike Rodriguez. Here we go.
Mike Merengue.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys, I'm gonna sing un little inspired by Luis Miguel's Netflix series going on right now.
Oh.
It's a song from Luis Miguel's Netflix series. So I'm a little hyped about it, and I'm gonna do one of his jams.
Nice, Mikey.
Okay, but a goodie.
Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome, Mike.
Let's go, Mikey.
Take it away.
All right.
Sunset Got Talent.
Sunset Guy's Talent.
Hold on, I'm gonna put a little bit of background here so I know what I'm thinking. Precisamente ahora que tú ya te has ido, siento que has estado engañándome, porque de pronto tienes tantos enemigos, porque tengo que andar disculpándote. Si me estás mintiendo, por favor, defiéndete. Porque tú no me has decirte la verdad. Es una pena siempre seguirás doliéndome. Y culpable o no, debe todo ser ya. Miénteme como siempre. Por favor, miénteme, necesito creerte. Convénceme, miénteme con beso. Que parezcas amor, necesito quererte. Culpable o no.
Woo! Mike Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. And Bob Le Sunset. Michael.
I thought that was Luis Miguel.
Thank you, Gordo. Appreciate it.
Only for the free shooter.
Yeah!
Mike Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Sunset has talent.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey.
All right, baby. Take care, fellas.
Be good, Papa.
Love.
Let me know if I make it to the next round.
Mike, the fix is in. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
pretty sure you're gonna make it, Mike.
You're in the finale.
Golden Buzzard.
Later, Mikey. Be good, Papa.
All right, Papa. Easy.
Later. Oh my God. Get it?
Hey, what? Oh. I'm mesmerized.
This was added bonus.
I'm mesmerized.
No. That's a,
Hey, what?
it's a.
Oh, we're going into the. Oh! Genius!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bree Shooters, or better known as the show that finds the talent
And keeps giving.
Hello, I'm your boy Lou. Welcome. Joined by my very good friend Chris.
Yes, sir.
We're the show that brings you news, sports, poker, and everything in between.
We love the tweeters.
Christian, I don't know where we go from here.
First of all, first thing we're gonna do is
We're gonna address this.
We're gonna give a big shout out
Big shout out
to our first contestant,
Michael Rodriguez
Michael Merengue Rodriguez,
and Vo,
who hit us with a beautiful ballad inspired by a Netflix show that I couldn't understand why he said, but
Luis
Miguel.
Luis Miguel.
Well, you
He
know what?
has a show on Netflix.
And you know what? I apologize, Luis Miguel.
Louis? My name, Louis
Luis Miguel.
Miguel.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
But thank you, Michael. Great job. Sorry for the technical difficulty, but I think it was worth it. Mike has tremendous background in music. He's been part of some merengue bands with our friend Alex. Rest in peace, who passed away. Alex was actually a backup singer and dancer. I wish I knew the name of the band, but I don't. But when I did see them, they were phenomenal. So Mike does have that pedigree, that background, and we're glad that he kind of.
I didn't even know about these.
No,
about Alex or even about Mike.
Yo, they wanted to be musicians since they were little kids. So, but Alex got put on. But Michael had opportunities though. He has a really good voice.
Really?
I told you, I clown him though. His boys every week they have a group chat and Mike sings to them. He there's like a song of the week. He'll sing it to them, and his boys they get off on that.
Just to get a feedback or whatever.
He's the fucking ringer when we play karaoke. Fuck it, you can't beat him. You know how you ever play karaoke and the score you get really close and it's like 96.
No.
Mike is at 99.
No.
Every time.
I hate to do this.
You're not a karaoke singer.
I hate to do this.
You're not a karaoke. You have no singing ability.
No.
No, you know what, Chris? I apologize. I fucking apologize. If you haven't seen Chris on Facebook singing,
that's what I'm saying.
it's special.
Real, recognize real.
It's like Special Olympics.
And now that you see, this is the thing. You know what the problem? I have a problem with oh my God! Like you gave him like the top seed.
No, but you're great. Well, no, I didn't give him the top seed. I said he'll be in the running.
No. I'm talking about the karaoke when they get together in your house or whatever. I haven't been involved in a karaoke competition. So in front of me, you don't give them that top seed.
No,
when you invite, we got something planned soon.
Mm-hmm.
When you invite, when we are in the day.
Let me tell you some serious people. First of all, my wife. Good luck taking the microphone away from her. And my wife is not the best singer, but she controls the mic. That's the key to karaoke, brother.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Louis. I'm telling you right now, I'll destroy everybody.
Mike is tough, man.
I'll destroy.
Let me tell you, Gordo is tough. Real talk. We're in Ecuador.
Okay.
Maybe 3 years ago, we went to Ecuador for the holidays, and we're there. It's Washington's family.
Congrats on getting back.
Yeah. Okay, it was pre-Trump. So she was sweet. I could come and go as I want. So we're at a fucking like Narcos, you know, when they had the fucking a live, not a live, but like a bash, a big bash.
Okay.
Live
In the streets.
We were in the hall.
Okay,
Pretty nice hall. So they had live entertainment. This guy in Ecuador was supposed to like the shit. Like the guy was good. I told Michael, this is how good I think Michael is. I said, Michael, take the microphone for that guy. Don't worry about it. I can handle these guys. They're like 4 feet tall. I got this.
Exactly.
Mike didn't want to do it. But that's how good I think Mike is. Mike is fucking good. He's better in person. I don't know if the audio is gonna do him justice, but he's better in person. He's a good singer.
I'm not. Let me clarify something. I'm not hating on Mike. He
No,
sounded good. I'm just very confident on my
skill.
ability.
Yeah.
So next time.
You want to?
Next time. I don't have to.
You want a song off?
I'll have a sing off with
Sing
anybody.
off, even better.
With anybody. I'm that good, Lou. You know what it is that, you know, I tell people a lot. You used to tell me, and I'm not saying this is exactly what you meant, but one of the things that really
Resonated with you?
was that you used to tell me, Chris, if you only use your powers for good. Remember, you always tell me that stuff.
Always.
And
mind you, Chris is reading red flags. This is scary. I'm scared of our relationship right now. Let me tell you what red flags is about. We all wear emotional blinders. Keeping society moving smoothly depends on it. But when you absolutely must rely on another person, you have to be able to assess them objectively. Red flags will train you to spot deceptive or dangerous people. I might be that dangerous person. I see this. It's like I'm sleeping with the enemy. No, go ahead. So I used to always say that's the Spider-Man line. What's the Spider-Man?
Oh, really?
It's one of the Marvel comics.
Oh, I didn't.
Only if you use your good for you use your evil for good.
Yeah, but I'm not. No, you didn't tell me.
No, that's the line in the.
You just. Okay.
Yeah, I changed.
You tweaked it, but It always brings a smile to my face. But
Chris, I tell you,
no, I know.
I fuck with you all the time, but like the other day, you were talking about yourself in the corporate world, and you was like, you were making. I said, Chris, you saw angles. You were actually negotiating a higher pay scale, not having any fucking experience.
No.
In what was it? Was it customer service?
It wasn't customer service. It was something along those lines, like member services. Yeah, it was something along those lines.
I truly feel that I come across people that have talent, but they just don't know that they have that talent. And you have that. You have the hustle. You went in there with angles, and you put the coder in the position. Like, I guess I gotta get this motherfucker a little bit more, even though it's $1,500. It's most people won't do that. Most people they don't even ask the salary. They're like, yeah, I'll start. I'll start.
Legally, highest grossing year of my life.
Really?
Legally.
Even with the doorman thing, when you got because I heard they do really well during Christmas. Don't they get about upwards of 10,000? Well, it depends on the building size too.
Well, I got my highest Christmas was about 12 G's.
Damn. How many tenants we're talking about? That's 100 buildings? 100 units?
No, more than 100 units.
It has to be to get that much money, right?
I'm gonna tell you right now. We're talking about 300 plus, almost 400
That sounds
units.
about right, yeah. And you told me that was the highest grossing? Really? Over there?
Well, because no. Okay.
Oh, because I know there was incentives. You had monthly bonuses that you achieve.
I didn't do good on those.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Well, you have to be awake though to take those calls.
I feel bad. Can I say legally?
No, legally on the books. On the books,
Yeah,
off the book. Well, the thing with that bump is off the book, so you don't feel that.
No, and also, you know what it is? I might have spoken out of turn, but
Yeah,
it was
side hustles.
it was one of my highest grossing years.
Mm-hmm.
It could be top three.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, top three.
Well, I know with the other ones you have other avenues. So if you collectively put everything together, this one you're talking just one source.
But collectively was something else.
Oh, were you really?
Yes, and
What
that's why.
what were you dabbing in back then? Damn, nigga. And I asked you for $10 and you said no.
Yo, remember that time we made a weight bet and you won?
Yo, this piece of shit. So we're working together, right? And
by the way, Lou got me that job. Very grateful for that job. Very grateful.
So we're working together, and me and Chris, I don't know what it is. And I sent you a picture. So I was like, yo, I know you for a long time. Because you were at my house. I bought my house in 2005.
When you first bought it.
And you were there in 2005. So I was looking at the timeline. That's why I sent you the picture. I said,
Yeah.
George Lamont.
Yeah.
So I said, damn, I know you for a long time. Because it was before that I knew you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
So anyhow, we're working at this job, and me and Chris are always looking for stupid things to bet, like typical degenerate gamblers. So we was like, hey, let's have a weight loss competition. So I think the first month you won, right? No, you definitely won the first and maybe third month.
I think it was something we were gonna pay X amount of dollars on how much more I lost from you. So let's just say you lost 10 pounds and I lost 15. What you had to pay me was the 5 pounds.
But it was like $10 a pound. So it was a nice amount.
Yeah.
So this particular month I beat Chris, right? And I'm fucking jacked.
I was tired.
I think the dollar amount was like $59.
I was upset.
So-
No, it was more than $59.
Was it?
It was. I remember.
It might have been like 19 pounds. It was like 69, 79, whatever it was.
$79. Because I know I gave you. Yeah, $79.
$79. So we always used to weigh in over at the freight elevator because it was, nobody was around and we had to scale there. So I beat this motherfucker. And I'm at my cube space, mind you.
I was upset.
And he was upset because I mandated I wanted to get paid today.
Yeah.
I said, fuck you, fucker. Pay me. What was that? Henry, pay me. You pay me now. So I'm at my cube, right? And I hear Chris Cumberland coming over to my cube. Next thing you know, he goes in his pocket. It's like a fucking giant wad. He comes out with a wad of singles. And mind you, this is a corporate environment. He takes the wad of singles and he's just making it rain on. There's dollars coming all over. All the white folks are saying, "What the fuck is going on?" And Chris is just like, "Here, you want your money, you son of a bitch." Needless to say, I picked it up. I was happy. I didn't give a fuck. But the people around me was like, "All right, that's like a drug transaction."
I said, "You better count it, because I think I'm $1 short."
But that was definitely funny. We had some really good times.
Yeah, man. It was awesome, man. So, why did I go there?
You went there.
Because we were talking about the most the hustle and the talent.
Yeah, exactly.
So Lou's always told me, Chris, if only you use your powers for good and stuff like that. And that always brings a smile to my face. And the funny part is, it brings a smile to my face when I'm in the middle or I just completed a transaction or a deal. I start laughing. I'm like, if Lou was here, he would tell me, Chris, if only you would use this for good, you'd be unstoppable.
Yo, I can't take Chris anywhere because, first of all, this is what Chris does. This is his normal play. I could be talking to somebody about anything, but there's like a little business aspect that might come up. Chris will he'll tune in and say, "Oh, really? What's that about?" I already know the hamster's going. Chris is like, "Yeah, I might be able to connect you with a guy over here that I know. For a small fee, I can make that happen, that connection." But he's always looking for angles.
Funny story, now that you say that. Just the other day, it could be my last transaction.
Don't say that.
No.
You guys are usually going to the big house after that.
No, it could be the last transaction it might be the last transaction I performed in this year. So basically, I got a guy who's interested in buying a house. He's looking for a house, and so so he's been looking for a house actually in Jersey.
Okay.
He's looking for a
Is it a
house.
friend of yours or?
He's an acquaintance.
Okay.
I have very few friends, but he's an acquaintance, and so what happens that he's looking for a house, but it has to make sense for him. So he wants the house to give him a profit. So after he pays his mortgage, he wants at least $1,000 or $2,000.
Wait, hold on. So he's trying to buy a property what is he going to do with it? Rent it out?
Rent it out.
Oh, okay. So after everything's said and done, he pays the mortgage.
He wants to have at least $1,000 or $2,000.
Oh, he needs a multifamily.
And that's what he's looking for.
Okay.
So
he could easily do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way where he's looking at, he's looking at Jersey City.
Jersey City right now is prime real estate, so the price is going up. You probably got to go a little bit more down.
Well, I
Newark is rough.
I should have said Newark because the places he's been looking at are not really.
No, you got to go into the hood and you got to do like the
Section 8 shit to make sure that your money is there for sure. You don't depend.
That's a new thing too. I'm sorry to cut you off. Where you give you rent out to homeless people. So what they do is any homeowners, if you want to make some money. So if you do, I don't know the name of the program, and I'm sorry, but there's something that the city has set up for homeless people to get them off the street, where they find housing for them, and what they do is they pay everything up front. So let's say the city works out a deal for you for $15,000. You'll get that $15,000 January 1st. That homeless person stays with you throughout the end of the year. Now, if that homeless person makes it through the end of the year, the city will give you like a little incentive for them completing the year. So instead of $15,000 for the next year, you might get $18,000, like a $3,000 bump.
Oh, wow.
But it's a good program to know of if you have a property.
And to try to end homelessness. Try.
You know what? It's hard with them, man. It's hit or miss because they're so
They
used to that
don't want-
lifestyle.
yeah, they
Believe it
don't
or not,
want-
they just want to be outside. So going back to your friend.
So so what I told them was, but see, this is the problem with people.
It's a lot of problems.
It's a lot of problems with people, but this is the problem with people. If I approach you, if you're looking for something, let's just say you're looking for a car, Louis.
Okay.
And you say, Chris, do you know anybody? I said, Lou, let me make a couple calls and I'll let you know.
I love when you say that line. Yo, Chris, that by far is the best line that you say all the time. When I hit you up, I was like, "Hey, Chris, I need this," and you come back. Let me make a couple of calls. I'll get back to you. I'm like, this guy.
Because I don't have it right there, so I gotta make it happen. I gotta make it happen. Especially if it's somebody that I love and somebody, you know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, so let me make a couple calls. So I get in touch with a dude that that's in the real estate business.
Okay.
He's a broker or whatever. So
Good guy to know.
exactly. So mind you, at the beginning, you know how my mentality is. I said, you know what, I'll make a couple of $100 on top, whatever. It don't hurt nobody.
Finder's fee.
Finder's fee. But then I said, you know what, I'm not gonna. I'll hook them up
Step back.
and I'll step back and I'll let them deal with the thing. So after I speak to the real estate guy, and he goes, yeah, Chris, just tell me, you know, we'll meet up and whatever, and I want you to be there. I said, in any other situation, I would be here, but now I just want you to. I'll make the introduction and I'll just step back, you know. All right, Chris, but you know, there's money on the table. I said, I know, but you know, I'll keep talking to you. So I go back to the dude, to the acquaintance, to the guy I know,
Okay.
and I tell him, I said, listen, I got you the hookup. I need you to sit down with him, have a conversation, and he'll get you the house that you're looking for. Chris, is this legit?
So then why come to you in the first place?
And that's where I got a little bit irked. I tell him, I said, listen,
It's a fucking purchasing of a house. How can it not be legit? There's only
there's
one way.
nothing I could. First of all, I won't fuck you. I won't fuck over a person like that. I won't do that. That's not the type of person I am. And second of all, it's paperwork. It's there's nothing to get over.
Yeah, there's no way around.
There's
it.
no way around. There's no way around you getting scammed unless you sign some stupid shit that you're not supposed to sign or whatever. So I said, you know what? Forget about it.
And you just walked away.
I walked away because I.
Did he hook up with the guy?
No, because the thing is, I'm stepping back. I'm leaving about $500-600 on the table, which to many is nothing. To me,
It's awesome.
exactly. It's a little bit of a pocket change. So, and I'm like, and you're coming across like this, like I feel like like a scumbag because you think I'm not gonna take
That
it.
should have been the first question. Hey, Chris, I'm looking for something legit. Do you know anybody that can help me? That's without offending you. You're just saying, hey, I'm looking for something on the up and up. You know anybody that can help me? And that's how you proceed the conversation.
out of my-
You don't go into it like you already made the deal.
Yeah.
I know you made the deal, but you already set up that
set up the
meeting.
meeting. So I said, listen, the guy backed off, so I had to call my other guy to not keep him, to not get out of my coin, you know, like, to
Not to be bad with him.
Yeah, I want to keep that relationship going, and I'm like, you know, I'm doing this for you. I was gonna step back and not make any money at all, and you're gonna question me?
Let me ask you. So this is in New York, but the guy wanted to do something in Jersey.
Yeah.
And the broker had connects over there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The broker actually is. The majority of his things are in Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The majority.
I know him, or you know, Sunset
No,
guy.
no, he's not a Sunset guy. I met him. How did I meet? I met this guy in a poker game
Get out of here, really?
in the city. And
In the city,
yeah. I met him in a poker game in the city. There's a poker game that I want to go with you. It's in the West 23rd Street in Broadway. That's like what? That's not Midtown, right?
No, it's Lower Manhattan.
Lower Manhattan, around there.
Oh, really?
The
Good
set up is awesome, Lou, and they even got online.
Really? How the fuck they do that?
I don't
It's
know,
only
but-
Jersey.
But it's set up. It's professionally
Legit?
set up. Yeah. And these dudes
How much
been
is the
doing
rate?
it. They doing 4% on the online games. On
So that'd be
the
cheaper.
live games is like 5%.
Or is it really?
Yeah.
Well, you saw Monsters Invite, right?
Yeah. But that's gonna be just me and you.
I'm gonna clean up.
That's gonna be me and you.
Moss, I'm cleaning up for that 5'3" bullshit.
Oh, fat fuck.
You can't call him fat anymore. He's skinnier than us.
I'm gonna call him fat anyway.
No, he's skinnier.
No.
You gotta. What do you always tell me? Hey, Lou, you can't say fat jokes.
Yeah, you can't say fat jokes, and I can't say fat jokes to you. but I still do.
You're here like the fucking cripple with your cane. Look at you, you fucking hobbit.
I just felt like, I don't know, Samuel L. Jackson in Unbreakable, the dude that broke all his, you touch him and you break all his bones
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
For some reason, I just felt that, like right now, I felt like Samuel L. Jackson in Unbreakable. His name was Mr. Right? No? He just did a movie.
I know
yeah,
what you're
Bruce
talking
Willis.
about. It bothered me because I know that movie. I still haven't seen it.
No?
Mr. Glass, is it?
Mr. Glass.
There
I
you
just
go.
felt like Mr. Glass.
Yeah. Yo, Chris, talking about movies.
Yo, talk to me.
Do you know BMF? Have you
Black Mafia Family?
Black Mafia Family.
50 Cent's doing something or no?
Well, is he?
Yeah,
Well,
50 Cent got something to work with them hardcore.
no, so there's something right now on Amazon. It's like a documentary sort of.
I hope they didn't take it from 50 Cent. 50 Cent had something really with the dude that's in prison.
Oh, Big Meech.
Meech.
So, for you guys that don't know, BMF was Black Mafia Family was a drug cartel that was based in Atlanta, Georgia, but it was widespread.
ATL.
The guy had a really huge operation, and the reason why I bring it up because on Amazon Prime there's a documentary it's called BMF, but it's giving you the driver's perspective. So the driver is actually from Gowanus, Brooklyn. I didn't fucking know that because I saw the original BMF. They had like a documentary,
Yeah.
and they, talk about the lavish parties they had.
Yeah, exactly.
Helicopters landing on top of the hotel roofs, $50,000 parties. So this is giving you the driver's perspective. So the driver, his name is Jacoby. I'm sorry if I'm chopping up his name. Hayes. He's from Gowanus Project. So what happened was, back in the day, he grew up in a crack house. His mother was a crackhead. And it was him and his brother, but they had different fathers. And so what happened was his dad moved down south. So his dad found out that the kid was living in a fucked up situation. He was robbing stores downtown Fulton with his mother and his brother. They was like, him and his brother would go in and fucking like cause a diversion.
Oh, yeah, ransack something.
Ransack something. Meanwhile, his mother was cleaning up because she was a crackhead. And so the father found out that the son was in that situation. He took him and he moved him to St. Louis. From St. Louis, he kind of got settled in. He was in high school. He was a good track and field athlete. He ended up getting a scholarship to Morehouse College. He went to Morehouse College, and then from there, he started his own business, like a limousine business. Not something with the cars. I think it was a limousine business. Somebody from BMF knew him and approached him like, "Yo, when you're ready to make some real money, let me know." So he reached out to him. This kid, he was a street smart kid, had street hustle, but he was educated and he carried himself as a nerd.
Really?
So when he went to BMF, that guy Meech was a real smart business guy, very progressive.
Yes.
And how he grew his operation. He goes, "That's the type of guy we need to drive for us because it looks legit." So he's giving you the driver's perspective of how they would buy limousines for like $80,000, $90,000, but invest $200,000 more on top of that because they had all these secret compartments where they were storing money and cocaine.
Wow.
So the driver's telling you everything, all the ins and outs. And he was making Chris, he would do a 48-hour run, stopping at different points, dropping off kilos. I mean, Chris, 50 bricks here, 50 bricks. That's why Meech was making so much money. He was the heart of the operation. So he's giving you that inside of the operation. Really great documentary. And it's even better because he's from fucking Brooklyn.
Exactly.
So they start off in Gowanus, the projects I got chased from. Yeah. And they show you, he might have chased me, that motherfucker. And they give you everything and how he made it into Atlanta. Yo, at one point he goes, at the height of it, he was always thinking to himself, he goes, "Yo, this shit can't last forever." So what he did was he had a little apartment. He was renting $700 in Atlanta. Meech comes to him and goes, "Yo, you really think that's good business sense?" He goes, "You got a Mercedes, you got a Porsche, you got a limo, and you got something else parked outside. You don't think that's gonna attract attention? Go get your ass a house in the sticks where nobody can see your cars." But that's how Meech was on that type of shit.
Yeah,
real
exactly.
smart. So the guy went out, bought himself a house. And mind you, this guy right here, super smart, very intelligent, not flashy. He was all about making money and just stacking, putting it away. And Long story short, I think he's coming from Missouri somewhere. He's in a fucking RV because they caught him in the limo. This guy is so ballsy, right? The cops, they pull up, they grab, they pull up, they stop him. And they know there's something going on there, but they don't know what. They're thinking there's a secret compartment. He's so cool, calm, and collected. He tells the cops, come inside the limo. Look. He's showing them, he goes, look how great this limo is, showing them all the features. And while he's showing them, the cops are feeling the seats to see if there's money underneath. You spent $200,000, Chris, you can't feel it. He goes, the cops can't feel anything, so they just let him go. He goes, it became an occurrence where cops were stopping him, and they couldn't find anything until they got wise. They pulled him over on one stop. They fucking pulled out a saw, and they're cutting through the seats. And even with that, Chris, he goes, the car was holding up. They couldn't get to it. But, like, eventually they got in. They found the cocaine, and he got, like, a really good attorney that kind of got him off one thing. But then he transferred, and he got a bus, an RV, and he was traveling with major weight. This guy was going from Atlanta to California, but a bunch of stops in between.
Yeah, because that was the connect. The connect. Meech had a brother in California or some shit like that, and then one in Florida. It was some shit.
Yo, but he was moving some serious weight. He was talking about after he drops it off, he was coming back. He was picking up like 500,000 from each spot. So you're talking about maybe 4 or 5 spots, 2.5 million, and he was making these runs every other day, Chris. So he was like the heart of the operation. It's a great documentary. If you want to see high level it was, like the money this guy was making for them was crazy. And he's still doing good. He did a 5-year bid, didn't snitch on nobody, came out, opened up his own auto body part spot with somebody else, like this white guy that he knew, and he's doing well now. He has custody of his kids.
That's fucking awesome. But 50's gonna do something about BMF, and he has something on the work. Lately, wherever 50 put his fucking hand, he has the Midas touch, man.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's got something going on. Starting soon, if it hasn't started yet. Life on ABC.
Really?
Yeah, it's about a real.
ABC is big, man.
Real story, true story about a dude that was wrongfully convicted. While inside, he gets his law degree or whatever. He overturns his conviction, and he just dedicated his life to helping inmates wrongfully accused and stuff like that.
Oh, that sounds like
it's good. It's good. You know, but 50's doing some stuff.
What do you think about 50 trying to what's his name? 6ix9ine. He's trying to steal like the publishing rights or whatever. Not steal, but I guess claim them.
Yeah.
After he was talking shit about him, now he wants to go claim those rights.
It's business.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Business, man.
He just sees the angle.
Yeah, it's business, man. And they just, I found out that they just gave 6ix9ine $10 million for
Isn't
something.
that insane though? That the kid is getting a deal. They say he'll be out before the summertime.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, he snitched on everybody. So
how's he gonna make money though? Because touring is a big part of that.
I'm gonna tell you something, Lou. And I'm gonna tell you something that's fucked up about this era we live in. This era we live in is very forgetful.
Yes, I would say that.
Very forgetful, and I will even go as far as, and I'll give you examples in just a minute. Soon he'll come out. He'll get a little bit of backlash, if any.
You don't think his life would be in jeopardy though?
I don't think so.
You don't think this kid's about that?
And if it would be in jeopardy, I just think that if he enters witness protection,
No, he's not. He said he's coming out on his own, and because if he signed the deal, that means he's gonna be outside in the public. He'll still be on social media. But his plan is to have bodyguards. But that's expensive. How long can you afford to do that? But you're right, though. People are forgetful. If he has that for a year and a half,
and he'll stack up,
make a big song. Hey, you know what? We'll forget about him.
He's making money already on the music that he has. But what I'm saying is, a guy, and it's funny because what the things that I'm gonna bring up, people are very forgetful. Cosby doing his bid, might come out soon.
Is he really?
Well, they gave him 3 years. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they'll send him home, whatever. There was another one. Oh my God.
R. Kelly's gonna get buried under the prison. He ain't coming up.
Yeah, no, R. Kelly deserves to get that. But what I'm saying is that, you know, they're very forgetful, and it's not like, and I think it started with Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, when he went out to Arizona, he
Under
only
the-
fucked up because of the ecstasy.
No,
shit.
and under the witness protection program, and he was like, he doesn't give a fuck.
You know what? I think they were looking out for him because he probably should have got pinched on some other shit, but because he only knew one way to make money.
Exactly. So you know, and then you know, you got oh, now I remember, the guy Louis C.K. That's the dude that jerked off or something.
Yeah.
He's already touring.
But you know, he came out. He was doing he called surprise spots, and that's how he came back. And I guess they're
gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
They're gonna forget about it.
Well,
You know, and once again, I'm not saying he did right. I'm not saying none of these people did right or wrong.
but over time. Yeah.
But over time, in the era and in the times that we're living, you know, people are forgetting what. Listen, the guy I just found out a few days ago, the producer guy,
Harvey
Weinstein. He got I don't know what happened in L.A. that he got
He was
off.
on a trial.
He got off it because he had to pay $40 million or whatever.
But that's only on the victims of whether or not they're willing to settle.
But now over here in New York, he got hit
Mm-hmm.
with criminal charges again
Oh yeah.
in New York now.
You seen him though going into trial? He was fucking walking with a cane and all that.
Of course.
He's trying to play it off. But that dude right there, I think what they're gonna do, they're gonna squeeze him, and once the money runs out, then that's when it's gonna get serious for him. But I heard he's heavy though. He got a lot of money.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of money. He's been doing well, that guy.
So you know, so what I'm saying is that people are forgetful. You know, if you haven't seen, David Chappelle received the Mark Twain award,
Mm-hmm.
and his acceptance speech was one of a kind, like Chappelle does. You know, and his message was a good one. And I suggest everybody to go watch it. I'll try to put a link on IG, on the Breeze Shooters, on YouTube, and on Facebook, because it says a lot of comedy, and it says a lot about just the times that we live
I'm
in.
the only candidate in the race who doesn't take a penny in contributions from anyone.
Bloomberg's back.
Rules prevent me from
No,
debating.
I,
If they change the
me a
rules,
second.
I'll be happy to join it. In the meantime, I'm making the case
I love
that
this.
Donald
Hey,
Trump has
we
to
don't
go.
need Will.
It's choppy though.
Stones, what was your favorite joke?
Oh, I don't know. There's like saying, what's your favorite kid? They're all snowflakes.
How did you even do that process? I mean, it's perhaps one of the most brilliant special. It was so good. I mean, honestly, I could recite your jokes because, like, from Anthony Bourdain on, it was like amazing. So, how long did it take you to write that?
I don't know. I didn't like write it on the meter. I think it's a process of every once you get seasons of expression. Something I want to express yourself. And then, you know, that special went through a lot of changes in its development, and what you saw, I don't even know if that was the best version of what it was. It was pretty goddamn good. It was, I mean, it was fair.
And taking back to when you Chappelle show, when you walked away from it all, how does it feel now that you're coming back and getting the highest prize in comedy?
You know, more interesting than how it makes me feel. I don't want to answer that question.
What do you mean? When you bring people back, you brought Seinfeld back to Duke Ellington. How important is that to show off DC public schools, and so important to show the world the real DC?
Hey, listen, I don't know anything about local politics. And Mayor Muriel Bowers invested a lot of money in the public school system here, and I profoundly respect that.
I thought that was
I
okay.
mean,
That's not it. But,
That's not it.
But it's okay. You tried. You tried. I guess we do need Willie.
You think so?
Thank you. Thank you. I like not knowing what's going to happen. I like making memories. Sometimes I do all this crazy around my colleagues just so that they can tell their friends I did it. But rather than talk about myself, just briefly, I want to just talk about my genre. Stand-up comedy is an incredibly American genre. I don't think any other country could produce this many comedians. And unbeknownst to many people in this audience, I don't think there's opinion that it exists in this country that is not represented in a comedy club by somebody. Each and every one of you has a champion in the room. We watch you guys fight, but when we're together, we talk it out. I know comics that are very racist, and I watch them on stage, and everyone's laughing, and I'm like, that mother means that. Don't get mad at them, don't hate them. We go upstairs and have a beer, and sometimes I even appreciate the artistry that they paint their racist opinions with. Man, it's not that serious. The First Amendment is first for a reason. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out. We gotta let some air out the ball, man. The country's getting a little tight. It doesn't feel like it's ever felt in my lifetime. So tonight, I am honored that my colleagues are here in comedy and in music. And I want everyone in America right now to look at me. Look at me smoking indoors. I didn't ask anybody, I just did it. What are they gonna do? Kick me out before I get the prize? No, nigga, this is called leverage. The thing that I liked best about tonight was that I saw so many people from different parts of my life, like friends that I grew up with here in DC, friends of mine from Ohio then and now, friends of mine from comedy clubs, all the musicians that blew my mind. You guys have no idea how you inspired me. I want to give a special shout out to my OG, Tony Woods. Miles Davis has a quote. It's one of my favorite. Miles Davis said so much cool, but one of the things he said I always loved, he said, it took me years to learn how to play like myself. You know, he would watch other musicians and he would try to play like Dizzy or Bird, all the guys who were great. Tony Woods was my Dizzy and Bird if I was a Miles. I was trying to play like you. You were the first person I ever saw do it absolutely right. You were fearless and you told the truth. There's something so true about this genre, when done correctly, that I will fight anybody that gets a true practitioner of this art form's way, because I know you're wrong. This is the truth. And you are obstructing it. I'm not talking about the content, I'm talking about the art form. Do you understand? Do we have an agreement? And what I really wanted to say tonight, and I'm glad I get the platform to do it, I'm gay. I am gay, and I can't wait to see what this does for my career, being gay like this. So many special shout outs. One of the main architects of the comeback of the century, my brother and my mentor, the mighty Stan Lathan. I never dreamed that I would be able to work with someone as great as you. These last 5 specials, straight fire. I wouldn't want to do another special with anybody else but you. So eat your mother vegetables and live as long as you can, because we doing a few more of these bitches. Neil Brennan, your speech made me cry, because it reminded me of all those hard days of work and all that money I never got for it. The other real special shout out I gotta make, because none of this would have been possible on any level without this person, is my mother. Mom. My mother. Mom. You have no idea what I put this woman through. If you had just given birth to me, that would have been more than enough. But the fact that you raised me and raised me well, we had a real oral tradition in our house. I knew the word griot when I was a little boy. A griot was a person in Africa who's charged with keeping the stories of the village. Everyone would tell a griot the stories, and they would remember them all so that they could tell future generations. And when they got old, they'd tell them to someone else. And they say in Africa, when a griot dies, it's like a library was burnt down. And my mother used to tell me, before I ever thought about doing comedy, she said, you should be a griot. And she'd fill me with every story of black life. You know, she's educated in African American studies, and she would let me understand the context that I was being raised in. That I'm being raised in a hostile environment that I have to tame. By the time I was 14 years old, I was in nightclubs, mastering an adult world. It was terrifying. The crack epidemic was going on, and my mother would hear gunshots outside and be scared to death. Maybe it's my son. But early in my career, if you remember, Mom, you used to sit in the club with me. She'd do a full day of work. You'd be back there falling asleep, just waiting for me to go on. She would watch my show every night. Do you know how long that car ride is home? How many of you have ever heard your mother say, jokes were a little too much tonight, son? I was a soft kid. I was sensitive, I'd cry easy, and I would be scared to fist fight. And my mother used to tell me this thing, I don't even know if you remember, but you said this to me more than once. You said, son, sometimes you have to be a lion so you can be the lamb you really are. I talk this like a lion. I'm not afraid of any of you. When it comes word to word, I will gab with the best of them, just so I can chill and be me. And that's why I love my art form, because I understand every practitioner of it. Whether I agree with them or not, I know where they're coming from. They want to be heard. They got something to say. There's something they notice. They just want to be understood. Love this genre. It saved my life. So tonight, Mom, I would like to honor you in a very special way that I cannot do on my own. But because now I'm a man with great and influential friends, I'd like to ask my man Thundercat to come out on the stage. Thundercat, the Mighty Most Def.
I want to see that second part because but basically, it was a great.
That's a great job right there.
And him getting the Mark Twain. I think I didn't know much, but Tanya told me that's a big award.
It is, yeah.
You know, Mark Twain.
It's like the Comedian of the Year type.
Yeah, between me and you, I'm gonna sound real ignorant right now. I thought Mark Twain was a fictional character.
No, he was real.
Real. It wasn't his real name. His name is.
You know what? I want to make sure I get it right.
But I thought it was you know what I always confuse him with Huckleberry Finn or some shit like that. Did he write Huck Finn or some shit like that?
He wrote a lot of stuff.
So
I'm not sure.
I didn't know he was real, and without sounding ignorant, but my girl told me that he's
his real name was Samuel Langhorne Clemens.
okay.
Yeah.
Mark Twain is a lot better.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue better. But going back to Chappelle, you know, speaking about the genre and speaking about it's comedy, it's a way to express ourselves and to bring joy to everybody and
how we went down this rabbit hole is because you were talking about how people are just forgetful, and you know we're in an era now. And it's funny that you said that because I'm starting to hear a lot of people say F cancel culture for 2020. Meaning like a lot of things came to light, a lot of movements were started, but they're saying that whole cancel culture, it's like people went over the top.
They did.
Everybody's trying to cancel. Don't get me wrong though, I feel, the good thing about that, I do feel like that women movement was great. Because when you hear some of the stories that these women,
I think it was necessary and needed.
Exactly, but I just think that cancel culture kind of spilled over into other areas.
Yes,
we got to kind of bring it back in, refine it, and it's a learning thing now because everybody we're in such a delicate area in terms of how we're going to progress as a society, how we're going to see things. It is, but I think we just need to refine it better. And we need guys like Chappelle. These, believe it or not, comedians shape the world in terms of their freedom to be able to speak about anything.
Yes.
And it's like, what do we take from this? How do we do this? How do we refine this? How do we make this kind of streamlined? and that's why I love geniuses like him. Because to me, he's incredible, and I'm glad that he got a second chance and he's doing what he's doing.
Confession, I never saw the Chappelle Show.
Me too. I saw bits and pieces here,
Yeah.
but I wasn't one of those avid fans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it every week.
I became a fan of Chappelle. He did a stand-up on Netflix. I want to say The Bird Revelation. I think.
Yeah. That was the second coming.
The second. It's two. There's two shows there. The second show doesn't even feel like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And his last 8 minutes of that.
That's when he's talking to Iceberg Slim.
Yes.
Yeah. That's some deep shit.
I
there.
became a fucking fan, Lou, and I said, you know what, this guy, he's not the stupid, crusty looking dude that you would see in the Chappelle Show. This guy, he's
super talented.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
And smart. D.L.
I
Hughley.
told you I met him, right?
Yeah.
I could have probably been on the show. You wouldn't have known me right now.
No,
I would have been big time. But you know what? I said sacrifice. I said it's something else.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You didn't
I
get
didn't mold.
You didn't get him the weed.
My connect.
I'm always doing
Sometimes you don't have the right
I'm
connects.
always doing the other ease. I'm glad you brought that up because exactly these times have it's just, and mind you, very happy and proud and that the women are being heard and that all
But
these
it's more than the women. It's just like
that's what I'm
everybody's
saying.
getting canceled.
But that's fine. That right there, that movement is fine. What I don't like is when you say that it spilled over to other shit.
Like take Kevin Hart's thing, right? That whole thing with Oscars.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
He made some inflammatory comments 10 years ago. And then for you to go dig up in the past, so you're gonna tell me
That's
that
hate.
you're gonna judge somebody when they were immature. Everybody, you will hope to think that everybody progresses in life, and they made mistakes. And he was apologetic back then. So for him to kind of rehash that whole thing and to prevent him from a golden opportunity that he wanted to do his whole life, it's kind of foul.
I just regarding that, and once again, he was joking about the situation. The way I'm seeing it, he was joking about his son being gay or some shit like that, But it's just we have to
pump the brakes.
Yeah,
a little bit.
we have to be careful. We can't be right now. We're in a super sensitive stage, and
Chris, and that's why I always bother you. I'm like, hey, I don't know how it's going to be received because it's confusing. You don't know how to move. And the thing is, there's no malicious behind it.
Especially if you know me,
it's just straight jokes.
It's just jokes.
But it's on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That fucking Chris, So it's a tough call, man.
It really is. But
Cuda?
yeah, I'm ready. Just so you can do what you gotta do, and then I do what I gotta do. You gotta get this podcast got serious quick.
Woo! We don't like to stay in that zone too
So
long.
yeah. It's supposed to be laughter and joy, and after that love,
That performance.
Serenata, Serenata by Mike Merengue Rodriguez,
Luis Miguel.
our first contestant on
Sunset Has Talent.
Sunset's Got Talent. Lou, between me and you, I don't know. Right now, besides myself, of course, I don't know many people that could, but I can't. Don't worry, I can't join the competition.
It's bigger than us.
No, it's
But you know
definitely
what?
us.
But if I see Mike is steamrolling everybody, I might have to pull you.
I'll step in. I'll step. Just sometimes you gotta.
You want to give the people a little sample?
Sure.
Frankie Ruiz.
Oh
no, go.
I'm gonna go.
Don't give me your go-to guy because I just want Mike to feel it.
All right, so
You want a little background?
No, I like acapella sometimes. Just a little taste.
Just a little taste. A quick, what they call in the industry, a quick 4 bars.
1, 3, 4, 7,
Hold
5,
on.
8,
She got talent.
3.
Okay.
Hello. Gabby, repeat that again.
Can we get pizza?
Gabby, do me a favor, Gabby. You're live on my podcast right now, And I always tell my friend Chris how wonderful your voice is. How you remind me of Alicia Keys. Can you just sing something real quick for the people?
Alicia,
I can't hear you. It's like there's a line going. Hold on.
No, she's getting the song. Oh, that's how
1,
you
3.
know, put it on phone. On phone and talk to her first.
Hey, Gabby. I got you live on my podcast, and we have this new segment, Sunset Has Talent, and we want singers to sing. Do you think you can sing for us?
Alicia Keys. I want some Alicia Keys.
Real quick, not a whole song. Just maybe,
Couple of bars.
Just a couple of bars.
Come on, Gabby. Couple of bars, sweetie.
I tell them how you sound like Alicia Keys. You sure?
Ah, really, Gabby?
Huh? All right. I mean, this is the opportunity. I
You
mean,
can blow up, Gabs.
you know, they listening to us in Africa, Ghana.
Next is Africa Got Talent.
Here we go, Gabby. Come on. You can do this. All right, bye. Scared in a moment.
No.
They're not stars.
She's pissed off at you.
No, she is pissed off.
No,
So
you-
don't put me on the spot. She goes, I don't know these lyrics offhand. So you was gonna give us a quick 4 bars.
I'll give you a little snippet.
Snippet.
Si te dicen que yo me estoy curando es la verdad. Y la cura que vivo es fantasía, realidad. I believe it right there.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a little Frankie.
That's heat.
That's fire.
Hey guys, again, thank you for joining us for another episode. I hope you've been entertained. We know you could go anywhere else, but we do appreciate the fact that you tuned into us. Thank you for the love. Chris, show them where they can sign up for some more stuff.
Oh, follow the finger.
Subscribe.
Wherever you see the Buddha, you hit the thing.
Subscribe, tell a friend, and hit the like button. And again, thank you for the love. And thank you for sharing with people. We do really appreciate that. And with that being said, I turn it over to Christian.
Here we go. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It's all within yourself, in your way of thinking.
Woo!
That woo! We outie.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on.
What's going on?
I thought I had something.
She sent you a snippet? The fuck are you? Really? We just gonna fuck up this? Oh, we're doing Tupac? Oh,
Get ready, Chris. Get ready.
oh.